Hey everybody. Um, I know the ad break's not over yet, but it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna work with this, okay? um, I was sleeping up until 3 minutes before I was supposed to be streaming. Sorry, I'm looking down because I'm getting food or eating food. Congrats on first, Mina. Anyways, yeah, so I really don't like that. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Okay, okay. So I woke up this morning and I felt terrible. And I was like, I'm going back to bed. And congratulations, Scum on the Smut! But today we are going to be playing some Yuri kinetic novels. Um, they don't have a category, so I can't just put them in. This company, I'll tell you about it in a second. This company put together four of their kinetic novels in a bundle, and it was like, I don't know, $5 or something. I don't know. Anyways, so I decided I would buy it, and we're gonna stream that because it just recently came out. Um, but okay, but I am barely awake, and the first thing I do every time I wake up is eat because I'm always fucking hungry. So I'm kind of putting together food. You hear it? Anyways, I'm putting together food while I'm talking to you guys, and I haven't even set up the game yet. So we're raw dogging this whole experience, okay? Everything is live and uh, unadulterated for your experience. Um, yeah, we're gonna have fun doing that stuff. Mmm. I got some salad with some chicken here. That's what I am. Yeah, I didn't let Mina help or anything because that would require talking. And I'm not awake. I don't wake up like I'm not one of those people who are like, I'm awake, let's go, let's do this thing. I'm not one of those people. Uh my brain doesn't work and nom nom nom, yeah. And Mina, I would talk a lot more normally in my streams, so doesn't count. Doesn't count. I only talk in streams because I have to talk in streams. Mmm. Food. Um, I love this salad dressing. I'm gonna get more of it. I'm gonna get more of the salads too. More of everything! Yeah! Hey, Nico! Yeah, no. Ohio, yeah, cause it's true. But I know you're saying that to Mina because you put haha in there. But, yeah, Neko, I was just saying that I just woke up and we are doing everything all at once. Mm. Okay, but we are playing Yuri, and I can set that up. Um, so we'll go over to the streaming room while I shove food in my mouth and set up the game. It's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be fun. Trust me on this, okay? It's gonna be way fun. We're gonna have so much fun. mm, right, there we go. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you for the redeem. Where's my game? It has no music? Okay, that's fine. Um, let's see. Yes, yes, I know. No source has been selected. Gonna. Oh, it worked! Awesome. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can get my box back in here if I can get it the right size. Oh, that was not the right size. But, boot, close enough. Close enough. We good. We good. Okay, okay. See? This is what I was talking about. Sorry for crunching right in your guys' ear. Okay, okay. Yeah, Neko, that's fine. Um, but I mean, thank you for stopping by, and you're welcome to lurk. Okay, so this team, ANPIM, created these 4 games with 4 different couples, and they're all kinetic novels, and they're all Yuri. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're gonna get to hear me crunching and munching at the same time. Not what I meant. Heard it as soon as I said it. I mean, not that type of munching. During the middle of it. Munching. Okay. I also think it's so hilarious that my clown makes me look, or my clown nose makes me look like a very angry and sad clown. Mhm. Mhm. Now, what you guys can't see is right up here behind my head is a button that says characters, and it's grayed out, so I'm assuming that's our gallery. Um, okay, this is the credits. It says I hit the about button. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Okay. And then preferences. Hey, so we can turn on not safe for work scenes. Hmm. Maybe not. I thought it was this one. I thought it was this one that you could turn them on. Maybe it's a different one. You know, I'm always up for those not safe for work scenes. Okay, let's see. Mm, why would you quit the launcher after launching the game? That sounds dumb. Okay. Excuse me. Please select a game by clicking on the icons. We got my dream is to be a model, not a maid. I'd fall in love and then some very tiny stuff I can't read. What? I can't read this one at all. Oh, Mina. Okay. Um, Thank you for letting me know. Ah, so we want to quit the launcher after we start a game. Okay, okay. And then love goes toward, or to, yeah, it says toward love. Um, so do people have a preference, or are we just starting at the top? Probably the top. Be easier. Mina says Yuri. I'm so sorry. You all have to hear me eat. Mm. Oh, if we click on it, it tells us about it. Oh, and the character field is highlighted, which I know you guys can't see because it's right up here, right above my head. Mm, some small writing though, some very small writing. Release year 2021. My dream is to become a model, not a maid. You know what? We're just gonna we're just gonna do it. We're gonna launch it. Which it might it might disappear from this window up here because I put the launcher in the window. So let's see what happens. Yep, that's exactly what happened. But I know you guys can hear it. So give me a second. Whoa, way big. Okay, okay. Fixing this. Fixing this. Okay, okay, okay. Here we go. Yay! I'm sorry about earlier, Scum. I was just so fucking tired. And then I slept and now I'm eating. So we're eating together. Yay! This shit's really loud in my ear. Is the music okay? Okay. Okay. So, my dream is to be a model, not a maid. Okay, looks like there's no voice acting, so I'll get to voice act everything. Yay! It says after choices, but it's a kinetic novel. Kinetic means that you don't do anything. Hmm. Wonder if it's just part of the, Oh! Wow, that didn't even take us back to the title screen. Okay, so the door to the cafe swings shut behind me, and the bright sun blinds my eyes. I take a sip of my now lukewarm coffee. a cup of coffee and walk towards the station to get to my interview. This text is tiny, by the way. There was no way to adjust it either. Okay, we good. I'm eating some more food. Wait, what do you mean? Late to my interview for coffee? It's me? Yeah. By the way, I finished all the coffee in the house. We have no more coffee. Oh, this is even more me. My cup is still 3/4 filled, as I was too busy admiring the hot worker working at the shop to even consume my drink while I was there. Yeah, okay. I recall her long brown hair swept to one side and her black uniform. Guys, hold on. Hold on. I gotta point out that this is our outfit for an interview. What do you think we're being interviewed for? I mean, I'm just saying. She says she's going to the station to go to an interview. Okay. Okay, you guys have proved me wrong. Apparently, we could be interviewing for a variety of jobs. How dreamy. I guess her name is Akane. Ah, now she was quite the sight. When was the last time I've seen someone that hot in real life? No, not just hot. Handsome. How can a girl be so handsome? I wouldn't mind giving her my number. Maybe I will. I giggled to myself like a high school girl wanting to give a letter of confession. But that will have to wait till the next... Sorry, this is me being nitpicky. T-I-L-L. Till, okay? I know that almost everybody shortens until into till. I do it too. But if you don't have an apostrophe there and also take away one of the L's, you're saying till as in like tilling soil. So, it's the same as when people write cause as a short version of because, and they don't put the apostrophe or anything, so then you're saying cause, like this caused that, rather than, well, I mean, I guess because kind of means, it implies a cause, but still, it's not the correct word. Anyways. I was using that time to try to put more food in my mouth. But that will have to wait until the next time I come around. I have more pressing matters to worry about today, like an interview where we're wearing shorts. The interview for the modeling gig. Oh, okay, it's a modeling gig. Okay. And look, they wrote until here. So the last line, they literally wrote the wrong word, and then this line, they do it correctly. The interview for the modeling gig isn't until 10 a.m., and I'm more than prepared for it. I thought we were running late. And I also... A modeling gig, okay. I can totally get it with wearing this outfit. This is my dream I'm chasing. I've already sacrificed so much for it. I literally can't not be prepared for these interviews. Now, only if an agency would finally accept me. I can't even remember how many interviews I've been to in the past month or two. So many interviews, yet they're all the same. I hand over my portfolio, get asked a bunch of questions, answer, pose some, and walk some, and then I leave. Yeah. At least they ask her questions, though, and she gets to do the posing and walking. Uh, from what I hear, um, interviews for actors, at least, uh, you get, like, shut out before you even get the chance to have the interview. At this rate, I practically know the ins and outs of at least 15 agencies out there from all the intense research I've done. Okay, good, good. She's doing the research beforehand, too. Yet, I still haven't gotten a call from any of them. This is where my college classes told me you're supposed to send a follow-up letter, a thank you letter for their time, and considering you, and you're supposed to make it sound like they're picking you when you send the letter. I can't wait to work at this company, sort of deal. However, a gut feeling in me is telling me that this is gonna be the interview, the one that's gonna follow through. I just know it. Mm. Guys, I'm gonna nitpick about this language. So, I don't mind colloquial terms, there we go, when it's somebody speaking, but when you're writing, you don't write gonna. I guess because it's her thoughts. I don't know. Since this is a story part and not her speaking, it should be going to, not gonna. Because gonna is such an informal, and I'm pretty sure it's still considered slang. I don't think it's considered just informal. Scum says give it a pass. Okay. Okay. Because it's her thoughts. And I can agree with that. That's why I said, and I know I'm being nitpicky. I know I am. Okay. Okay, both you guys have convinced me. I open the Notes app on my phone and jot down the memo on my long to-do list, but I notice that I have less time than I initially thought. I'm sorry, the texting? I don't know if you guys could see it because it's such small text, but the text is kind of messing me up a little. I don't have like dyslexia or anything. I'm gonna zoom this in so that we can see the texting or the text. Okay, so the text itself doesn't it has spaces in the words itself, just because of the way the text is written, and like that's fine. It's a choice, sure, but it keeps messing me up because I see the letters not the same space, this not the same distance. So I wouldn't have chosen this text, but you know, that's me. Maybe it's supposed to be stylish and modelish or something like that. On top of that, with me having it in a smaller window like this, it makes it a little more difficult to read too. So, and I just woke up, and I've told you all, I'm not I'm not like mentally here when I wake up. You know what? Thank you, Neko. Once again, you have saved me. Games plus demos. I didn't even know that was there. I was looking up like Yuri games, and then I was like indie games, and thank you. And changed. Thank you so much, Neko. I'm gonna have to, you know what? From now on, Neko, you might. Oh my God. And Scum even knows, and I don't. Scum out here being like the super streamer. She's like, I'm still new, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know more than I do sometimes, and that's okay. It really is fine. I think it's amazing, the stuff that she's learned, um, because I just don't know. Um, yeah, so I was gonna say, hey Neko, I need you to be like my PR person, but now I think I'm just gonna make Scum do more work for me. See? But I didn't know. I didn't even look for that. You learned that one, Scum. All on your own. Sorry, I'm eating. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I got it set up now. I didn't even put the real name of the game because I couldn't remember what the bundle is called. This is me just waking up. Hmm. How could I know if I didn't learn it somehow? I shouldn't knock myself down. Gremlin hours, that's all I'm saying. Okay, gremlin hours. Oh, shoot! My legs pick up their pace in fear of being late to the interview and creating a bad image for myself. Okay, since I said I was going to be nitpicky about the writing, I gotta laugh at this. That her legs picked up the pace in fear of creating a bad image for herself. Okay, I know what they said, or what they said and everything, but this is one of those moments when I'm like, English is just so fucking funny because, you know, you could read it that way, and is clearly not the intended way, and the other way is also correct, but how funny is that, right? Oh shoot, I'm gonna be late. My legs picked up their pace in fear. I swear I still had at least an hour. Mm. Um, I would, I would, I would probably sweat a lot too. Because like, I've been to interviews. I had jobs, but, um, I haven't ever been late to an interview, and that's because, I am way too anxious ahead of time. So I go super early and then just sit around. I still do that though. I get to all my appointments almost a half hour early every time. Calm down, Akane. If you walk fast enough, you'll still make it on time. Or if you get rid of the coffee in your hand, you can even run. Did you ever even do an interview for most of your jobs, Mina? That'd be such a waste. Yeah, down that coffee. It's lukewarm. You could just chug it. I was like, did you even have an interview for that one? Pretty sure Bonnie was just like, fill this out, you work tomorrow. Yeah, scum. You know what that's called, right? You know why you're so late to everything, every day, constantly, right? Right? Right, scum? Right? Yeah, I was pretty sure Bonnie was just like, yeah. Anyways. Oh, actually, yeah, scum, you are correct. That is exactly why you're late to everything all the time. Yeah, Mina, you're correct, but I'm gonna answer Neko's question that you haven't answered. No, it was not important to the job, nor was it to see if she was sober enough. The thing is that I was like, I was working actually at uh at the KFC in our city, and I was like, hey, my significant other needs a job. And she's like, okay, we're hiring. And then Mina came to pick me up after work. And I was like, our manager, Bonnie, was all like, hey, I got a few questions for you. That was it. That was it. I don't think Mina even knew she was being interviewed at the time. Sorry, I'm almost done eating, guys. I promise, okay? She really was a great boss. Um, oh good. uh, but yeah, I'm pretty sure, Mina, you were couch surfing at that time, right? And that was pretty much why I was like, yeah, she needs a job. hmm Which honestly is a surprising thing for you to say, given the fact that your family is, middle middle higher end income rather than middle lower end income. And I mean, I know about your mom and all that sort of stuff. I'm aware of it, but like people saying they're homeless usually comes from people who already grew up in poverty. So it's crazy to hear or for you to say, "Yeah, I was homeless." It's like like it's a normal thing. Yeah, I remember. I remember. Like I'm sure I've talked about it from time to time about growing up in poverty. I was poor, poor, guys. And if I said, yeah, I was homeless for a while, like nobody would bat an eye. They'd be like, oh, okay. But Mina, with your family being middle class, it's just so wild. Okay. Thank you everyone for bearing with me as I was eating. I blame the cute barista for making me overstay at the cafe, though how can you blame a face like hers? I chuckle again and decide to speed walk to the nearest station. In no time, the bustling station is finally in sight, and I start walking even faster in fear of missing my train. Sorry, I'm just looking at these stock photos. um, I mean, clearly we saw the last background. Uh, and now that this one, it's a totally reasonable thing to do, to buy stock images and put a photo filter over it. Like, I've known a lot of developers who have done that because, yay, parasocial. I had dinner with everybody. Um, but I've known a lot of developers who have done that because background images are not cheap. They really are pretty expensive because of the level of detail that goes into them. Um, so for a lot of devs who are working on a low or no budget, they usually buy an asset pack that somebody has put together, and they just use the assets and reuse the assets. Even big companies, excuse me, even big companies reuse assets um, because it's smart. So, so it's just kind of funny to me seeing these filtered photos where they didn't do anything but kind of blur it out. Because it just doesn't feel like it goes necessarily with anything else that's been put together here. The UI or the... What, an asset pack, Mina? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's a totally valid way to do it. I was just giggling about the realism in the background. In no time, the bustling station is finally in sight, and I start walking even faster in fear of missing my train. That was a loud crunch. If I miss this coming train, I'm bound to be late. Although it's past rush hour, there are surprisingly still a hefty amount of people walking in and out of the station. Hmm. I tuck my portfolio under my arms to search for my transit pass, all the while rehearsing answers to potential questions. Oh, where is it? I swear I put it back in here when I used it earlier. After some failed attempts of blindly feeling my bag, I use my eyes to roam around the inside some more and eventually spot the slim piece of plastic. Aha! There you... As if I... As if it wasn't enough that I was already running late. Cruel, cruel fate. They didn't put a comma in there. Decided to add something extra on top of my worries. Which ones are those? sorry. Scum me. Being sassy, I mean. I usually would continue on my way given that I'm in such a rush, but the huge brown stain dripping from the other girl's shirt makes me freeze in place and drop my jaw all the way to the floor. I know. I told you. I told you. I said I was going to be nitpicky about the writing. And so I'm nitpicky about the writing. And I don't think it's sassy to be like, they didn't put a comma there. That's where a comma goes. It's not even just it's not even the Oxford comma where you can put it in places. Anyways. In my mind, I've already connected the dots as to what happened, but my eyes wandered to my now empty right hand that was holding my coffee, and then to her clothing to double check. Wow. Just how did I manage to pour it all over her? That's simply not possible. But the sight in front of me says otherwise. Oh, cool. We even get a Sprite with it. That's interesting. From her cardigan to her shirt, down to her skirt, and even her heels, what used to be a clean set of outfit is now drenched in an unappealing brown liquid. What are you talking about? I like coffee. That's very appealing. I'd suck it off her. I'm sorry. I mean, I make no apologies for art. My gaze travels to her eyes, and I wish they hadn't. You're right, scum. I'm not. I'm not sorry. Her face is furiously red with anger, looking like she wants to strangle me on the spot. You. Do you know just how much these clothes cost? Oh, let's look at them. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, they probably cost quite a bit. Like, they don't look designer to me, but nice work clothes cost quite a bit of money. They're my favorite clothes, too. She menacingly takes a step towards me, and I flinch while my fight or flight instincts kick in. She continues yelling at me about how I ruined her outfit, but despite how loud she's yelling, her words aren't registering in my brain because I know I'm in big trouble. Another stomp comes my way and I gulp. I can't just keep standing here. I'll die. Wow, that is that is a huge flight response. Yeah, gray jacket and black skirt are your favorite clothes. Are you sure you're a model? Well, okay, the purple-haired one might not be a model. That means there's only one thing left to do. She's gonna run off. Run. Yeah, I knew it! Book it, Akane! Go! Oh! I wasn't expecting that. Perfect. Beautiful. Wonderful. Okay. All nitpicks I've had with the game so far automatically gone because they added in movement. Good girl? Yeah, that is where we say that. I sprint past her like my life depended on it, which isn't an exaggeration. Oh, she's chasing us! Holy shit! Okay, so you got somebody who honestly thinks her life is forfeit because someone is yelling at her. And so she's so terrified she's actually running And the aggressor, which I mean, like, I understand why the woman's mad. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve to be angry, but she's chasing her. That's some crazy shit, guys. I can hear her furious footsteps right behind my heels, and even the station gates can't separate her from me as she follows me through the electronic gates. Where are the station patrols to catch people who aren't paying when you need them? They don't exist. Every time I turn my head around, I'm met with her stained clothing and murderous aura. Mina likes to praise. And also, just how is she running in heels? Akane, you want to be a model, and yet you don't know how to run in heels? I practically fly up the flight of stairs to my designated platform, hoping it'll slow her down, and luckily it creates a rift big enough for me to calm down a bit. But I can't relax just yet. Up ahead is my train, and if this doesn't get rid of her, I don't know what will. With all my remaining stamina, I race into the train cart just as the doors... Isn't it a car and not a cart? Well, I think it's actually both. I think I looked that up before. And you could call them both. Just as the doors are closing and finally cease the wild goose chase. Though... the glass windows of the train, or through the glass windows of the train, I can still see her gaze piercing right through me, and for some reason, I can still sense her murderous intent, even though there's a surefire barrier between us. Our eyes lock onto each other until the train starts to move, and I leave her alone with clenched fists in the far distance. Mina says, look, I can also run in heels, but if I were panicky, it may not go well. Okay, well, it's not a matter of her being unable to, it's her not believing that somebody else can run in heels. That's more like it. It's like people like that exist. That's not it's not some sort of superhuman ability. I mean, it's kind of amazing, honestly, but still catching my breath as people eye me weirdly like I'm a runaway fugitive. I mean, you kind of are. Ahem. I slumped down into a seat and managed to properly catch my breath. What just happened? I almost got killed, that's what. Though no doubt, I'd be just as mad if someone else were to spill coffee on me like that, especially if it were my favorite clothes. My head intuitively turns and looks out the window as if I'm expecting that woman to still be chasing me. I sigh a breath of relief. If it weren't for the doors of the train cart, I'd truly be in more trouble than just being late to my interview. What could possibly go wrong next? Honey... No, you don't ask that. If I could just have one thing that goes right today, I just want my interview to be successful and finally get hired as a full-fledged model. That's all I ask for. I check my phone again to see how much time I have left before I really have to panic. 9:40 a.m. At least time is still somewhat on my side. Now that I don't have my coffee in my hand anymore, I can probably make a run for the agency's building and still make it on time. And with all that running just now, I've definitely shaved some time off. Maybe it was kind of lucky that I bumped into that girl. Not only did it make me run and save time, all the coffee somehow spilled onto her and I don't even have a drop on me. Take a look at my clothes to double check and triple check if any did land on me. Nope. Incredible. Thank you, random stranger, that I spilled my coffee on. My body loosens up after realizing how fortunate I am despite ruining someone else's day. Now, where was I with the practice questions? Thank you, Tanaka-san, for coming in today. We will contact you after we have made our decision. I stand up from my chair and give a 90-degree bow. Thank you for Thank you for allowing me to partake in this interview. I'll be taking my leave now. I step out into the bright sunshine, and once again, after a 30-minute interview session with 3 super intimidating interviewers, I've been to a fair share of interviews. Guys, I am struggling today. I am struggling. Okay. Whew. I've been to a fair share of interviews, but the others usually make you feel relaxed and comfortable, while these guys straight up just had poker faces on. I couldn't read their faces at all. You locked in, scum? Okay, okay. You can't escape me? Got it. All I know is that the vibe wasn't right, and it just feels like I'm not going to make it. Again. I walk towards a nearby bench and sprawl my arms out as if I just finished a marathon. The bench I rest on is warm from the sun's heat, and its light blinds me as I stare into the sky, contemplating my life. I'm not sighing that long. As I expected, the interview is just like every other one that I have attended. We'll contact you when we make a decision. If there's anything I've learned from past interviews, it's that usually means rejection. There's still a chance they might, but I don't have high hopes. She sighs rather loudly once again. Can't help but sigh in disbelief. Why do I keep getting rejected? I'm hot, I'm cute, I'm pretty. What more could they ask for? I'm the perfect candidate. Bye, Mina. Have a good school. I've only done some side modeling for friends and small companies, and I may not be super experienced, but I'm determined to climb my way to the top. My grip on my portfolio tightens in vain. I'm getting older by the day, and as much as I want to keep chasing my dream, I feel like it's only a matter of time before I have to let it go. Okay, so... Okay, so I guess in this regard... Hold on, I'm stretching. Okay. I guess in this regard, I can actually understand somebody being like, oh no, I've hit 24 years old, my life is over, 1 foot in the grave, you know? Yeah, stretch. Because this is modeling, and you gotta break in. Thank you for the redeem. I like this mustache. It's really good. It looks good on this character. Oh, should I go? Anyways, so in modeling, you gotta break in while you're, you know, still rather young. Then you can be in the field for a very long time. But so this is one time I can actually, yeah. I was loud, but short, and I am sad. Thank you, Mina, for the redeem. I'm getting back to the game now. I forgot what I was saying. I like Spider Dance. I'm getting older by the day. Oh, I already said this. One more time. No, a few more times. I'll give up after a few more times, maybe, even if I don't want to. But I don't have just my dream to worry about. I gotta worry about finding a new job. If I don't land a stable modeling job to even scrape by, I better start looking for another part-time job. And this time, I won't argue with a customer again, even if they're rude as hell. Oh, she sounds she sounds like a model employee. That is us, Drew. This is Akane. She wants to be a model, and she is a major lesbian. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up dating the woman we just spilled our coffee all over. We are hot. That's why she wants to be a model. Because she's hot, and she's cute, and she's pretty, she said to herself. And not only that, the landlord is randomly kicking me out, and I have to find a new place in 2 weeks. Randomly kicking, okay. Who does that? Arg! She args. Frustrated noises. Oh, wait. Frustrated and lesbian. That's what we're doing. I drop my head to my knees and bury it in my arms. It's like running away from home all over again. Oh. This sucks. No wonder she has fight or flight, and she's super flighty. Okay. Okay, it's starting to make sense. She ran away from home. Her mother was probably abusive. She has some extreme flight response, thinking that she's going to be killed when somebody's yelling at her. Okay. Frustrated lesbians make a different noise. It is true, Neko. It is true. Yeah, it is. Leaving my parents right after graduating high school and coming to the big city was the best and also worst decision in my life. It's tough as hell, but oh, the freedom and autonomy is amazing. I wouldn't have it any other way now that I've gotten a taste of it. By the way, Drew, I apologize for the super broken up stuff. I woke up an hour ago, and it takes me a while to kick in to brains. As if that didn't explain anything at all right there. Yeah, that's the case. Whoops. This one. Even though my naivety got the best of me, I still managed to find a decent place and decently paid part-time job and survive to today. So what's stopping me now? Nothing! Oh, good, okay. True. It's so... Wait, it's early. It's early. You're going to sleep early. Yeah, that's fine. Get some rest. You sound like you're tired. Like really tired if you're falling asleep. I sit straight up and breathe in deeply from my rediscovered courage. Yeah, super early. You've had a day? That was me yesterday. If I managed to find a place and a job during that period of time, alone nonetheless, I could do it now again. Thank you, Drew. I'm Tanaka Akane, and no one can stop me. Yeah! I shoot up from the bench with a fist in the air, without a care in the world as to who's looking at me being a weirdo. I got this! I got this! I got this! Yeah! Wow! Once I get home, I'm gonna make lunch and then I'll continue looking for places. Yeah! We are pumped. Let's do it! And then I'll look for job listings. Yeah! All the while, I'll continue waiting to hear back from these agencies and maybe even possibly look for more to apply to. Yeah! She got a lot of energy suddenly. Yeah! Okay, I kind of like her. You're right, she doesn't look it. As long as I have a game plan, I'll be set. I got all the time in the world, and I shouldn't waste it sitting here moping about. I grabbed my portfolio. I grabbed my portfolio and bag from the bench and pumped my fist into the air again. A gay plan! She's got... Drew, would you call it a gay agenda? Just asking. Alright, let's do this! With my newly charged resolve, I spin on my heels to trek back home, but instead meet a man in a tailored suit approaching me with a gleaming smile. Creepy! His name's Scouter. Excuse me. Hi. I'm a scouter for Shine Agency, and we're looking for models for an upcoming magazine issue, and you seem to be the perfect fit for the role. Really? Really? Uh-huh. When I first saw you, I knew you were the right one, and I know we just have to have you. Scouter? Your new non-binary name, Scouter. That's what they called me in high school. No. It's not true. I eye the man up and down, and even though he looks legit, there's a huge chance that these are those scammers that walk around scouting women to trick them into some sort of messed up stuff. I'm not about to get myself into even more trouble, no matter how desperate I am for a modeling job. Here's my business card. If you're interested, please contact us as soon as possible. Feel free to do some background research on us if you're doubtful. I can assure you, we are a reputable and legitimate company, always doing our best and accommodating our talents with an above-average pay. Above average? What? He offers the business card with both hands towards me and gives me yet another beaming smile. I feel really bad when I go to stores and stuff because I know that you're supposed to do the two-handed, like give people that, but I use a cane, so one of my hands is always busy. So I know I'm the foreigner and I'm allowed to be rude and, hand things over with one hand, but I also have to, literally. I don't have two hands. I gotta hold my cane. I guess he could be legit. He's got a business card after all, and he's not telling me to pay for anything. Maybe this could be my big break. Taking his business card wouldn't hurt, right? Unless it's laced with drugs or something. My hands hesitantly reach for the card that's handed to me, but just as my fingers brush against it, a familiar yet unfamiliar voice comes crashing down my hopes and dreams. True, I love it. Yes, two-hand is thing. Maybe if you point one finger at the card, it's like it's invisibly supporting the card. You know what? I'm gonna try that next time. I'm gonna yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, I like that idea. Thank you, Drew. Out of my way! The voice is filled with anger, loathe, and most importantly, vengeance, with an expression to match. Oh, I like her new suit. This is way better than what she was wearing. This isn't her favorite outfit? That other one was so dull compared to this. In the blink of an eye, the man with the friendly smile gets shoved to the side rudely, and I'm met with my unwanted bounty hunter. She's in a different outfit now, a sharp-looking pinstripe suit that looks more expensive than the one I destroyed. Her sharp eyes alone are enough to stab me in the chest, and not in a romantic way either. Hey, you heard it here, folks. You can stab someone in the chest romantically. It does work. I know those people who are like, yes, please just stab me. See, your games teach me things. Teach me that stabbing in the chest romantically is a thing. Thank you, Scum. Thank you. You're taking the notes for us all. Though I'm sure she could if she smiled sweetly instead of giving me the stink eye. Oh, she could do it romantically? You gotta smile to make it romantic, okay? That's the deal. You gotta smile while stabbing somebody in the chest. But there's no way I'm getting a smile out of her anytime soon. You. Oh shit, not you again! My body reacts immediately and I start to escape, but in the split second she latches onto my wrist tightly with no intention of letting go. That's assault. You owe me for my clothes. We have a very strong flight reflex. And that's all. That's all I've got. Knock her down with our boobs. Oh, I wonder whose are bigger. Time for some Yuri tit wrestling. Oh, what was that anime called? There was an anime where you like... I mean, it was definitely all for fan service, okay? But there was an anime where it was a sports anime, okay? And I use that term super loosely, but it was a sports anime where the point of the sport was to basically beat up your opponent with your tits and your butt. Yeah. Drew, wrong location. Wrong way. We're going the other side. It's a bunch of girls hitting people with their boobies. Oh, a game and games. Okay, so maybe it's all related. Maybe it's all the same thing. But yes, there was this anime that the whole point was to knock people around with your tits in your ass. It was so funny. Does anyone want to know why I know about this sports anime? Yeah, but Drew, see, not everybody was thick though. So you guys are gonna find this fucking hilarious, okay? I know about this sports anime because my 7-year-old liked it. We were wait, I forgot. What was the one that Crunchyroll bought? You know, that's now Crunchyroll because it doesn't exist anymore. We had a subscription to that other one, which I can't even remember what it was called now. And Kiddo, I don't know, decided that he wanted to watch this. Funimation, that's right. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, so we had a Funimation subscription. And And honestly, I looked at Leah and I was like, "Are you watching this show?" Because, it pops up with what's been watched on the account. And she's like, "No." And I just stared at her. And I'm like, "He's 7." And she's like, "I don't know." And so sure enough, he was watching it and I'm like, "Hey kiddo, why'd why'd you pick this one?" And he's just like he's just like, "Because it's funny." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay. Totally get that." Like, you're hitting people with your boobs in your butt. Like, what 7-year-old doesn't think butt jokes are funny? So, so yeah, okay, I understand. I mean, they're all in swimsuits because it's a sports anime, so like it's clearly fan servicey, but it's not like it's inappropriate, you know what I mean? Especially because he's 7 and he's just like, "Yeah, you beat people up with your butt." Like so so that's how I know about that anime is my 7-year-old thought it was funny. Ow, 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 ow! This woman pulls me closer to make sure I don't run off again, and our faces are just a bit too close for comfort, but what's bothering me the most is her strength. Yes, yes. We need to fight her. Um, Jello. You know what? Pudding. Yeah, pudding. Her grip is surprisingly strong, her nails digging deep into my skin despite my long sleeves acting as a makeshift armor. The Juman Han background NPC is killing me. Yeah, he's just standing there. He's just like, uh-huh. This is totally normal. uh, I also like custard. You're not getting away this time. I try shaking her off, but to no avail. She's bent on keeping me here. You not only ruined my clothes, but you made an absolute fool out of me. Just how are you going to make up for everything? Look, I'm sorry for what happened earlier, okay? I really didn't mean to bump into you like that. I just wasn't paying attention to where I was going, but it was an accident. That doesn't change the fact that you still made a mess of my clothes. Yes, I know already. So what? Can't you just wash them? Take me to court, bitch. No. What do you mean, no? Just throw it in the laundry. I'll make a different mess if you want, lady. Is that a sexy? Is that supposed to be sexy or is it supposed to be threatening? Because I could say it both ways. I'll make a different mess if you want, lady. And I can also be like, I'll make a different mess if you want, you know? uh, um, hey, Juman Han just spoke. I've all of a sudden forgot about the man earlier and looked to him for help, but the crazy woman shuts that plan down faster than I can call to him. I'm talking to her. The man meekly flinches and shies away, soon running off like a dog with its tail between its legs. There goes your dream job. Wait, no, come back! I didn't even manage to get the business card yet. He could have been a legit scouter and I could have landed a gig. All you have to remember it was for like Shine magazine or something like that. His figure soon becomes a mere dot as he runs into the distance, escaping the huge scene. Now I'm mad for this idiotic and childish argument happening between two grown-ass women. They're ass women, guys. I mirror her enraged eyes and stand up straighter, asserting my dominance. Hey, did you guys know that a lot of animal species hump for dominance? I feel that's relevant to the story here. No, scum. That's exactly what we want. uh, you just made me miss a potentially huge opportunity. And you made me late to an important meeting for a potentially huge opportunity because you spilled coffee on me. Now pay up for my damaged clothes. She growls. I can growl too. I can actually bark like a dog, by the way. Like, for real. People don't know the difference. God, okay, fine. If I pay up, will you freaking leave me alone? Just then, her scary face softens up and forms a huge, condescending smirk. Oh, so you want to pay up? My teeth and fists clench, knowing I probably can't even pay for a quarter of the outfit, but I just want nothing to do with her ever again. I'm not... Oh, I see what happened with Drew. And also, I think Drew fell asleep. I'm sorry you couldn't plan better for accidenta. I feel like most office junkies have spare clothes. You know what? I don't know. A lot of people do carry around backpacks and briefcases and all sorts of things like that. Like, I do find it kind of interesting. Well, I gulp in anticipation, wishing that I didn't ask in retrospect, like how I wish I didn't bump into her in the first place. You know what, Scum? You are correct. True office junkies do, but higher positions get to go home. It's okay. Her outfit, her favorite outfit, not very appealing to begin with. So like we did her a favor, taking it out of rotation. It can't be that bad, right? What the actual fuck? No. 760,000 yen. For all of you Japanese people. Yeah, right? What that basically says is that her clothes cost roughly 6,000 USD. $6,000. You guys should have seen her last outfit. It is not a $6,000 outfit. It is not. It was not a 6,000. I could see 760,000. Yeah. Yeah, no. No. What? My eyes open as wide as the Marianas Trench. Okay, but the Marianas Trench is deep, not wide. That's the point of it. I couldn't believe my ears. Hold on, I gotta cough. I'm getting lovely issues with my voice. It's fun. Okay, but be gentle with your nails. Thank you for the hydrate. I will do that. Yum. I like water. I couldn't believe my ears. 760,000? Who is this rich girl? The Sam Brown jacket was 300,000. The Alejandro McKing purse was... Oh, we got our purse too? I didn't realize that. Okay, that adds in some price. I get it. Was 250,000. I don't know how to say this next one. Comed? Phil? Shirt? 60,000. Bottega Benita skirt, 100,000. And Jimmy Kondo suede heels, 50,000. Would you manage to spill your coffee all over? Yeah, scum, be nice. You will be nice to your nails. You will nice your nails, okay? I almost faint from hearing the price tag of each article of clothing. You're joking? You're telling me she was wearing designer brands from head to toe? It didn't look like it, guys. It really didn't. There's absolutely no way I can afford paying her back for all of that. I barely even have enough money to pay rent, and now I have to pay $760,000 for someone else? That's by the way, like, that's a lot of money. I'm screwed. At this point, I can't even fight back. I shouldn't. I don't have that kind of money. At least not now. Or ever. I don't even have a job anymore. How am I going to fork up that amount of money? I've been living paycheck to paycheck. I don't even have enough in my savings. Then how are you going to pay for all the damage? Is it Jover? I know it was a huge accident, but if she can afford to buy all that, she can buy it again, can't she? What's the point in bullying someone poorer than you to pay for your shit? Imagine having 6,000 in your account. Yeah. Oh, Drew. Imagine having enough money to not live paycheck to paycheck. Like, someday. I don't know. All I know is that I don't have the money right now. Either you give me some time or you figure something else out. In one last desperate attempt to get out of this mess, I try to wriggle out of her grasp, thinking I can run away, but it's no use. I'm trapped. Maybe crying and getting pity points might make her more willing to give me a lighter sentence. Besides, I actually do want to cry right now. Oh, that must be our phone. I'm prepared to bring out the crocodile tears, but her phone starts to ring. It's her phone. If I'm buying the outfit that I'm taking it, right? Yeah, like, get the old outfit to clean and resell. Yeah, and then, yeah, exactly. If I'm paying for, like, full price for that outfit, then I want the old one. Mikawa Oi speaking. Mikawa Oi. Aoi. Oi. Oi. Yeah, right? Aoi. 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 That's hard. That's hard for me to say. I know it means blue. I know that that's what that... Or is it sky? Even the way she answers her phone sounds like a stuck-up rich kid's way of answering, whatever that means. Unfortunately, I can't hear what the person on the other line is saying, but it sounds like something fishy is up, I'm not gonna lie. I told you not to go in. Oh, shut up. Why don't you just do it for me then, since you're there already? She clicks her teeth. She goes, I did get that sound. I just don't have the time. All right, I'll find someone. Oh, drama. The rich girl aggressively hangs up. How do you Well, I guess you could poke your phone really aggressively. The rich girl aggressively hangs up and stares at the floor with furrowed brows, looking distressed as if the sidewalk did something bad to her. I'm pretty sure she's just having a bad day, Akane. Her hand is still holding onto my arm, but with a lighter grip. Thinking this can be my chance to escape once and for all, I take a step backwards, but her eyes dart towards me, suddenly freezing me in place again. I stare back at her with a nervous expression, and I expect her to resume yelling at me again, but her eyes widen like she's reached an epiphany. She pulls me closer again, with a somewhat evil-looking smile, and speaks, a stern but calmer manner. Aoi. Okay. Thank you, Drew. Aoi. 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 Okay. But if I say it slow like that, doesn't it make it weird? Aoi. 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 Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to mush them all together. What do you mean, scum? Yes, because I was struggling with a name. I'm sorry, scum. Yeah, Drew too. Drew's also sorry, scum. You don't have the money, right? Fine. You can pay me back in another way. Pay her back in another way? Yes, with your body. What could it be? With her body. With her body! I didn't expect, I honestly didn't expect for them to to choose this, to put that in there. I was just saying my normal stuff. She's hot, but I don't want to bang her. Anyway, in what way can a random bum like me pay her back without using money? What if she's the daughter of a well-known fashion designer and they just so happened to be in search of a model because one they called in went AWOL? Absent without leave, by the way. That's what AWOL stands for. And now she's asking me to model for something. Holy shit, Akane. Your Delulu is strong. Yeah, damn her imagination, yeah. Like, oh my god, I can pay her back without breaking a sweat if that's the case. My face lights up, not knowing that I may have imagined too much. She's desperate, she is. Oh, look! That's cute! Look! Okay, I do like this. Model, Maid. ... Huh? It's the perfect plan! She points a finger at me with a smile I never thought she could show. You're going to be my maid until you pay off what you owe me. My hopes and dreams have been shattered yet once again. What are you talking about? Well, I need a maid to clean and cook for me because I can't do either of those. She's blushing. She's blushing about not being able to cook or clean. Only because I'm too busy with work. I believe it. Yeah, I mean this is a Yuri kinetic novel, so we gonna be her maid and make a mess of her other clothes. If there was an award for the most unamused and deadpan face, I'd win. So you're telling me to do volunteer work as your maid? It's technically not volunteer work. You're earning money, but the money goes back to repaying your debt. You know what they call that? You know what they call that? Indentured servitude. They call that slavery. That's what it is. Drew, Drew and I are on the same page. You want us to destroy your other clothes. Did she really decide to trust us in her home? You know what, Drew? That is a very good point. Um, Somehow, I guess she decided that we're trustworthy. She's gone bonkers. What sane person would want to agree with that? How long do I have to be your maid for? I'm not going to live my whole ass life as a housemaid. My dream is to be a model, not a maid. Then pay up. Easy as that. I. The sly smirk of hers appeared again, knowing she's right, and honestly, she's just mocking me at this point. I hate this pompous, spoiled, spoon-fed bitch so much. Just wait. You'll be spooning her. My teeth grind in anger, especially because I have nothing to argue with. I feel so pathetic. It feels as if accepting the offer is the only way out, and it's so frustrating. Cooking and cleaning, I mean, I'm pretty decent at both, but... How long do you expect me to work for? I'm not planning on being your maid. Oh, we just said this. I guess we're saying it again? I mean, she didn't really give us an answer the first time, so I can understand us repeating the question. Let's see. Minimum wage is around 1,000 yen, and let's say you work a regular 8 hours per day. That means you'll be getting 8,000 per day. Multiply that by roughly 30 days, you get 240,000 per month. Your total repay is 760,000, so a little more than 3 months. Okay, simply no, Drew. Get her address, never show up, case the place to rob it. Or, more specifically, 95 days. Takes me a while to get a grasp on the numbers flying over my head, but what she says seems to make sense, I think. Whatever, I'll calculate it when I get home. But I start thinking more deeply about the whole job offer. Is it worth it? Would it just be better if I'd find a normal job and pay her back like a normal person would? Either do that or be her maid, clean and cook for her, and that's it. Wait, that doesn't sound too bad at all. I assume she's living alone, right? Then it should be quite easy, no? Her eyes are still staring intently at me with a determined look. Does she really think this is a good idea? All I have to do is cook and clean, is that correct? Her expression remains the same, even while answering. Correct. My eyes close as I breathe a deep breath, calming myself down as I triple think my answer. It's only 3 months. It might sound long, but I'm sure it'll pass by in the blink of an eye. There's no going back. Fine. I'll be your maid. Good answer. The girl... I got another shot yesterday, so this happens. Changes. HRT's doing the stuff. Especially when I try to make the higher voice sounds. Doesn't work too well. The girl sinisterly flashes a smirk, but I manage to wipe it off in an instant. Under one condition. Her brow twitches in annoyance, clearly fed up with, mm, with me as I am with her. I've told you guys the spacing on the words gets a little weird sometimes. I'm going to show you again, especially with this one right here. No, I can't show you that much. Anyways, whatever. Her words come out in a low tone, accompanied with a slight growl to her voice. You're in no position to give me any conditions. Give me a place to stay. Without paying attention to her, I hand over my one condition if she wants me to accept the deal. Her confused look makes me want to smile, but I don the face of a businesswoman. Akane, I'm not sure you know what a businesswoman looks like. I'm kidding. I mean, she's talking about she came from the country, so, like... a place to stay? You already owe me money, and you have the audacity to ask me to pay for a place for you to stay? Drew agrees. She doesn't. Not just any place. Your place. Let me stay at your place while I'm your maid. Her eyes squint at my proposal, clearly about to refuse it, but I'm not going to let her. If I play my cards right, I can save time and money if I get her to let me live with her. I prefer not to have a roommate, but I'd rather that than stress over finding a new place. I wouldn't have to worry about rent for the next 3 months. Woo! By the way, key money is so much. And if she can barely make rent, there's no way she can afford key money. That is, if she takes my bait. Think about it, Mikawa-san. If I get to live with you, I can clean and cook in a flash. Hey, Mina! Enjoy your lunch! Are you using your cool new headset? I mean, your earbuds? Cool. They're pretty nice, right? There'd be no need for transit, so you won't have to wait for me to get to your house. What if there's traffic? Your dinner won't be ready in time. Your laundry won't be done. Now, isn't that an inconvenient? Isn't that an inconvenient? No, isn't that inconvenient? If that doesn't convince her, I don't know what will. I know no one likes roommates. Trust me, I don't either. But think about it. I don't know. I think so. Because not only is everything set in Japan so far, but also I think I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look while we're on here, while we're doing stuff. Let's see. No. It's an original English language visual novel. Now, that doesn't mean that it, Here, I'm gonna take a look at the developer. Huh. I'm going to an external site. Oh no. Hold on, sorry. This year. Okay, no, this wasn't. Yeah, so. Oh. 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 Okay, hang on. I actually have some of these other games. Okay, so. Well, this is the publisher. So I guess I have to look at the dev team, not the publisher. Oh, the dev team goes directly to the publisher. Interesting. Okay, okay, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys what we're looking at. Maybe not. Um, I do the window, right? Window capture. Gonna do temp thing. Okay, I'm gonna capture. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay, okay. So, this is what we're looking at. I know it's above me. I know it's over my face. This is fine. Um, so, Quill Yuri is actually the publisher, and the developer is Team ANPIM. Um, but I don't know exactly, like, I know what the difference between a developer and a publisher is. Yeah. Um, so what we're doing is the 4 stories. This is all their stuff. It doesn't tell me anything else. Except for the team. So I have no info whatsoever on the team itself. But the publisher, it's interesting because the final prize is soup is the next one they're going to show us here. Where Double Date is. Okay, well, it was scrolling. And and clearly it's a different publisher because it says developer Shino. And I know this one because it's a developer in the original English language Otome community. And I've seen Shino's other stuff. So I don't know who this Quill Yuri publisher is, but they clearly host a bunch of different games that I have looked at and have. So, yeah, that's that. Sorry, Neko, we keep getting sidetracked with other things. So, no, this is not a translated game. It's an original English language visual novel. OELVN. And, but they apparently are drawing, obviously, a lot of inspiration from Japan, and that's where we are, I guess. You'll be getting the most bang out of your buck. I'd say Akane wants to bang her. Well, comments like that, Neko. That's what's more important than Yuri. Akane's trying to talk Aoi into letting her stay there because Akane needs a new place to stay. And yeah, if it was translated, the multiple typing issues would make a lot more sense. Which is a little disappointing because the fact that it has gone through a publisher as well as whoever the team that developed it, like, not great, not great. Her eyebrows furrow as she looks around, and I can almost hear the cogs turning in her head. Only the sounds of passing vehicles and passerbys surround us as she makes her decision. If she's a smart businesswoman, she has to take it. There's no reason not to. And I have to assume it's not translated because there is no other language options. Which is not a normal thing if it's translated, especially on the PC, where Steam usually allows you to switch between languages. There's no reason not to. Once again, our eyes meet for what feels like the billionth time, and she slowly nods. Okay, fine. But Know just one thing. A maid is all you are while you're living with me, and don't you dare poke your nose into my business. With my free hand, I hold it up like I'm surrendering to show that I'm not hostile. No problem. Hook, line, and sinker. Yatta! Yes, we will poke something else a lot. we stick our we yes. I don't have to worry about rushing to look for a place for the time being. She holds out her phone towards me with a note-taking app open, ready for me to type. Give me your current address and I'll have the movers come over the next 2 days. What? She's even moving us? What? That's so nice. Lesbian get. Yeah. We pulled on this banner and got her all right. Now, aren't we moving a bit too fast? You don't even know my name yet. Akane, no reason to be smug. Come on. Write your name down along with your address then. All I hear is like, bitch, I don't care what your fucking name is. You know I won't be calling it. She's no fun. My new master is still holding onto my wrist, probably afraid I'd run away again, so I fill in the details skillfully with one hand. You know what? I like that. I like how she's like my new master. Uh-huh, mistress, what do you want me to do? Okay, wait. This might be like my dream job. Now, can you let go of my wrist? It's hurting a lot. Yep, exactly, Neko. Already getting into the role. I'm ready. And so is Akane. The tight tension around my wrist is finally freed, but I think there might be a bruise by tomorrow. Man, someone wanting clear set rules and being told what to do clearly. You know what, scum? You know what? You could go fuck yourself because you have ADHD and autism. Already marking her territory. No. Her phone is now put away safely in the purse, and she looks at me with a small smirk. See you soon, Tanaka-san. Two can play at that game. Don't bark if you can't bite. I can bite. In fact, I'm told not to bite because I don't have pressure control. I have proprioception issues, okay? Would have figured you wanted the opposite dynamic, but Scum is right. Shots fired, no bite, do not want. And with that, she saunters away from me, disappearing into a parked car nearby. What the fuck was she doing at the train station if she has a fucking parked car? Like, seriously. Okay, hold on. Let's think about this for a second. She was at the train station, which is where we ran into her. But yet, she walks over to a parked car. Like, model fishing. Okay, got it, Mina. Yeah, that's exactly what she was. Nom 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 nom. I got bunny teeth. The black car drives away promptly, leaving me in the dust with only my shadow and I. No, but I mean, like... Also, that's not correct English. Just saying. Okay, so if you're trying to figure out how you should put a sentence when you're talking about yourself and someone else. In this case, it's a figurative someone else being her shadow. But anyways, the point is that when you want to know if you're supposed to use I or me, what you do is you take away the other person. That's literally it. So leaving me in the dust with I does not work. So it would be my shadow and me. Uh, that's honestly how you do it. Cool writing tip for people who don't know. I had a friend who actually worked as an editor. He was a language or an English major, and so he would tell me all sorts of things because I did not take English classes. I mean, I did up until the required amount, but that was it. Okay, Mina is also correct that it will work in like 95% of situations. We're just going to pretend that it works because exceptions are stupid. Yes, that's exactly the case. But the point is that you can easily figure that out. And because I know that, and I see a lot of visual novels actually not know the difference, it's one of those things where I'm like how people write a lot as one word. A lot is not one word. After standing there like an idiot, I decide to pinch myself on the cheek to see if it is all just a dream or not. Ow. So I'm actually going to be a maid starting from tomorrow. Cooking and cleaning. I'd like to think I'm a bit above average at both, considering I've been living by myself for the past 6 years. 6 fucking years? 6 years, guys. Oh my god, no wonder she's like, at 24 my life is over, because she is fucking 24 years old. Oh no, this is so funny. But will it teach the expectations of, but will it reach the expectations of a princess? Who knows? Guys, she's been living alone for 6 years. Trying to be a model. For 6 years! Akane, you're not getting the fucking job. If it's been 6 fucking years? But it can't be that hard, right? Holy shit. She is not what people want in a model. I began walking to the station and mentally prepared to live a new life temporarily. It's gonna be a long 3 months. Okay. Poll for my lurkers and viewers. When is it time to give up? 6 months? 2 years? Or 6 fucking years? When is it time to give up your dream if you don't achieve it? Like getting a modeling job. Do you keep at it for 6 fucking years? Mina, you don't count. This is not the same thing, okay? Okay, Mina, fine. That's what you believe. Okay. But like, seriously, if I moved to a city and I'd been trying to get a modeling job for 6 years, at some point I would be like, models do have a real short shelf life. They do, Neko. At some point I would be like, you know what? Maybe modeling is not the job for me because it's been 6 fucking years. Holy shit. Once the afternoon comes around, an agent comes over from the moving company and we discuss what needs to be moved, left here, or discarded. He uses a tablet and checks off items in my room, though most of the electronic application or appliances are staying, so it's mainly clothes, cutlery, and all the little things I've acquired. Uh, Okay, Scum, you are correct that, to be fair, we don't know if it was 6 years daily or if it was off and on between other jobs she hated. Because she does say that she did hold other jobs, um, dealing with like customer service and stuff. But yeah, like one of those aspiring actresses situations. But we do know that 6 years ago she moved to the big city to become a model. So yeah, okay, okay, I get what you guys are saying because a lot of people seem to hold on to that, especially with Neko pointing out aspiring actresses. Okay, so I know that people hold on to this idea for 6 years and they're like, yeah, I'll get my big break soon. I'll keep trying in between my other jobs. But still, like guys, am I the only one that would be like, it hasn't worked out yet, not going to do it then? I mean, I sit here saying streaming and not making it big on streaming. I'm also not putting in the work though. So like RJ says to let your dreams die early. Dreams don't exist. You know what? I won't argue with you that, Scum. I won't. No, because I quit originally because poor. Okay, okay. Yeah, but you came back to it, I guess? Yeah, I mean, you're gonna try now. But the question is, if in 6 years you still are not doing what your dream job is, are you gonna keep trying? RJ says, let your dreams be dreams. You know what? I'm gonna square up right here. I'm looking at you all. I'm making intense eye contact, okay? Okay, listen up. Listen up. Let your dreams be dreams. No, okay, okay, guys. I guess it's just since we are playing the part of Akane, I use a completely different set of rules because for myself, I would not for 6 years. No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't mm, keep telling myself after 6 years that it's going to work out. Unless your dream is to be a slightly underpaid cog in the machine, then go for it because you know what? That's where you're gonna end up anyways. I'm kidding on that part. That part's a joke. Okay, that part's a joke. But but no, seriously, like okay, so yeah, I'm doing some of the things that I dreamed of doing. But for me myself, I would not for 6 years. If it doesn't work out within like a year, I usually am like, okay, time to change the plan, go a different direction. But that's me because like with friends, I definitely encourage them. With my wife, I encourage her. I'm like, yeah, go for it. We'll work as hard as we need to make it work. But shoot for the stars and aim to be a slightly overpaid cog in the machine. Good job, Neko. That's exactly what it is. I mean, shoot your shot. Really, do it. Like if you think you can, perfect time for an ad break. uh, but but yeah, like if the opportunity arises, go for it. Always go for it. Put in, shoot your shot, as I was saying. Put in, the time or the effort to get where you want to go. But at the same time, I'm over here like, but not me. So you guys do it. You guys do it, okay? Why you male games? Haha. Spelling error. I promised myself not to buy too many unnecessary things, especially since I barely have room in this one room plus kitchen apartment. For 6 years, guys. I was lucky enough to already have it furnished with the necessary electric appliances, so all I had to do was buy my bed, closet, and little drawers here and there. He tells me all about the procedure that's going to happen tomorrow, and all I do is nod and smile because it's all under control by the company. Okay, okay. Yep, yep. That's what we're doing. You'll also female games. Yeah, that sounds more likely. All I'd have to do is watch and maybe direct them if there's questions, or if questions are asked. I'm excited, but also nervous. I'm counting down the hours to when my life is going to turn 180 degrees. Yeah, you don't have to wait. You can start making games now. Unity or Godot or even RPG Maker. It's true. Me? A maid? I still can't believe it. For the rest of the day, I continue my job hunting, all the while taking one last look at this run-down apartment. It's super shabby, old, and small, but I've lived here for the past 6 years. It holds sentiment. It was the best deal at the time, especially for a fresh 18-year-old that just moved to Tokyo. I couldn't complain. And now I'm getting kicked out. But hey, I still got a roof over my head for the next 3 months. I hope her place is nice. Though I shouldn't get used to living in a luxurious condo when I have to revert back to cheap old apartments after the whole shtick. I can't help but wonder, though, what would it be like living with a princess like her? I guess I'll find out tomorrow. Okay, okay. So I know that I took forever to get the game started and then dilly-dallied around the whole thing, and we're really not that far into it. And honestly, we should be done with this game today, but we're not. And it's time for me to clock off because I got other things to off. If you get my joke, if you know my meaning, if you get my drift. That See, how to save. Okay. I do. I have to call Scum because I have other things to get off, as I said. Um, the weekday ones are usually about 2 hours long, so kinda. It's been 2 hours though, as my voice cracks yet again. Um, because I can't do long streams. That's just really what it comes down to. It takes too much out of me, and with me uh, being sick all the time, anyways. So not exactly Neko, but also it depends on how I'm feeling because sometimes I go longer than 2 hours, but I need to. I know I ate earlier, but I need to eat some more. My body's not very happy with me right now. So thanks everyone. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming to my Yuri stream, and we will Yuri it up more um, in 2 days. Not tomorrow. In 2 days. Okay? Meanwhile, you can check out Scum tomorrow because she is streaming. Scum, do you have a schedule up for this week? I don't think you do. Uh, at your schedule now. So Scum's gonna work on her schedule and have it posted, and we'll figure out what she's doing. Um, yeah, you got to figure out Thursday. I'm very curious what we're gonna do. Scum's streams for U.S. time Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and which is funny because I actually stream my games Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, but not for US time. But what if Scum streamed right now? I think she'd be upset because I promised to call her. So I don't know. Scum, what if you streamed right now? Scum's writing porn. Oh, okay. Even better. Collab stream. Yeah, you know what? I could write porn too, I suppose. But I gotta eat. Bye everyone. Thanks for showing up, and we'll do some cool stuff again in a few days. Bye bye.